Last time on Space Daze, the crew fought against the mountain spirit Phalion, a giant black wolf that could control the shadow creatures of the mountain. When the spirit was defeated with the help of the mountain Oread Gale, the four passed the spirit's test, proving themselves worthy. Making their way out of the mountains with the mushrooms that they came for, they saw waiting for them at the mountain line was Caden and young Lord Arlo. Okay, so you guys made it out of the mountains.
Yes.
You have the mushroom.
Yes.
Daythorn got a fun message from the mountain spirit, and it now can call upon him 5 times, if need be. Your egg is still intact.
My egg is still intact. I wonder when it's going to hatch. I'm going to listen to it.
You're going to listen to your... Perception check?
Nature check?
Investigate. I don't know what.
Baby
I don't
check.
know. Baby check.
Animal handling.
Well, that's an 18 natural. If you want animal handling, that's a 19. If you want investigation, that's a 25. If you want perception, that's also a 19. What do you want?
So she's good, Doc. All around.
Yeah, she is. You're good. You hold this egg up to your face, and it's a pretty good sized egg. It's, like I said before, it's about the size of a football or a soccer ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of rough to the touch. You don't hear much at first, but then you start to hear kind of like, you know, when you put your ear up to a seashell,
yeah,
and you can hear that kind of whooshing noise.
Yeah.
You hear that and some thumping.
Oh, good. I put it back in my sling. I'm very much ready to keep going. It is alive, I think.
I think that's the noise babies make.
Crotch goblins.
Alright, so you guys... Thank you, Botchus. You are the biggest crotch goblin of them all. That took a whole new meaning. Anyway, you guys make it down the mountain. And Caden is waiting with Arlo, and he looks a little defeated.
Are you okay, buddy?
Oh, I'm fine. Just a bit tired. As he kind of like glances down at Arlo, who runs up and hugs you, Daythorn, and then hugs each of you. He's like, so you managed to not die. That's impressive.
I think you all could go to the mountain now, too, if you want.
I think I'm good.
We took care of that pesky god.
Arlo's eyes kind of widen and like get kind of sparkly, and he's like, you killed a god?
We didn't
Kill. That's a strong word.
It's not the first time we've done this.
We didn't kill the other one either.
Shh. We're more like god wranglers.
Yeah, I show them the rock. This is Phalion.
He's gonna like grab your hand and like bring you like closer and just stare at the rock, so enthralled. He's just like, so what was it like? What happened? How big was it? What else did you see?
So much.
And Caden kind of grabs him just to kind of give you guys a little bit of space.
He was like a big old wolf thing, and it was really dark, and
was it scary? Were you scared? Were there monsters? Did you die?
No, we didn't die.
Almost died.
No. Not even close.
We met Gale. She's very nice.
Who's Gale?
Shoot,
now the spirit.
Dryad.
Now the spirit.
Maybe the new
mountain.
spirit of the moon? Yeah.
Because
we have Phalion now.
She likes games.
So now there's another one?
Yeah, she likes games.
I like games.
Yeah. You might be able to go hang out with her and play games.
As he looks up at Caden and starts to take a few steps towards the mountain, and Caden just kind of grabs him again and just kind of this constant tug of war. with Arlo trying to go places and then him just pulling him back down by his side. As Caden stands, he's like, so you defeated the spirit and you didn't die. Did the mountain try to take your spirit?
They tried, and we won.
So the rumors are true?
No longer, because we fixed it.
You three are very interesting. Do you know that?
Thank you.
So, what are your plans now?
To go fix your other god. Because that's just apparently what we do now.
God rehabilitators. You mean Zixtus?
Yeah, apparently he's broken.
That's a odd term for it, but yes, he's broken.
We're gonna go fix it!
So...
And then I get to take a 3-day bath. As I just motion to myself all dirty.
If you can fix our god, then, I'm sure that the Lord will give you more than just a 3-day bath.
It's a start.
I'm good. I got this. She maybe give her things. I don't care. Can we get going now so we're not wasting daylight?
Yes, of course.
Hey, Caden, will you come with us?
To lead you to the god?
Yeah, and then help us fix the god.
I will do what I can, but my first priority is taking care of Lord Arlo. But I will take you there.
Okay.
You're very dirty.
Don't remind her, because it's just gonna start into a thing.
I know. Right. Apologies.
Look at her face now. Look. It's going to become a thing in about 5 minutes. Let's get going.
Right, of course.
I'm just shooting glares at Botchus because it's mostly his fault.
He doesn't notice. He's just chilling.
Caden, he starts to lead you guys away from the mountains. And Arlo's going to grab your hand, Daythorn.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, I get to come with you guys.
Okay. As long as you don't get hurt, that's what matters. I'm pretty sure your father would not be very happy.
Nope. But that's why I have Caden. But I'm gonna fight the monster with you guys.
I don't think you can fight a monster. You're like the prince here? That sounds like an awful idea.
You sound like Caden. I thought you were the fun one.
I take Botchus' hand.
Occasionally, but he's supposed to be taking care of you, and you're holding my... I just hold his hand and keep walking.
Nora, you said you hold Botchus' hand?
Yeah.
Aww.
Alright, all y'all are holding hands except for Caden.
I'll take his hand. I offer my hand to him. With wiggly fingers. Like,
He just kind of gives you a no thank you wave.
Rude, I'm a princess.
Gotta have both hands open just in case. But he leads you guys back into the forest and back underneath the treetops. And you guys are walking for quite a while, and the area that you're in is a bit darker because the day has kind of gone by since you were in the mountains. And soon you guys get to this very large river. And by large, it's about the width of the width of this river is about the length of a football field.
I frown. I don't like it.
Well, we're going to have to take it if we want to get to Zixtus's domain.
How late is it, Lance?
It's like late evening-ish.
Because I don't have a damn thing that I can do right now because I'm all out of spell slots.
I'm guessing we're gonna have to do camp.
Oh, we got this.
Says the one who opened their thing and said they were worried.
Is it is it running? Like, is it like fast water or some shit like that?
It's not like rapids, but it's definitely it's definitely a moving river.
Can I swim across
But
it? Is what I'm getting at.
you could most certainly try.
With
How long is a football
5
field?
of
I don't
us
even know.
to swim across that?
We could send, like, one person across with a rope.
As the three of you are
Stupid.
kind of contemplating on how you're going to cross this river,
Mm-hmm.
trying to come up with a scheme, Caden hears you, Daythorn, and he said, "Who said anything about swimming? We'll stop and make camp after we get further down the river, but we're going to take you a very special way." And Arlo seems really excited about this. And go ahead and make a perception, all of you.
The only thing I can think of right now is Final Fantasy X, and we're gonna ride a Shupa.
That's a 14 for DT.
7.
Fucking
Batches.
3.
Oh no!
We barely see.
Daythorn. You can see that the river that you guys are standing at, even with the light starting to diminish, it's really clear. And there are several rocks that are kind of placed in different, adjacent from each other, in different places. And they're kind of these flat stones.
Mm-hmm.
And Caden goes over to the water and kind of wades in up to about his knees. And you see him take out some kind of, like, you can kind of make it out. It looks kind of like the ration bars that Lord Iso gave you.
Yeah.
And he crumbles it up and he spreads it in the water and he starts whistling.
Oh no.
What?
And after
Special fish.
a few moments, Daythorn, you see one of the rocks move. And you watch as one of these jagged, flat rocks start moving towards the land, and when it gets there, you realize that it's not a rock at all, but it's a shell. It's a shell of a giant turtle-like creature.
What is that? That is cool looking.
That's an Okada.
Bless you.
You beat me to it!
Okadas are main ways of travel down big rivers like this. They're really gentle creatures as long as they're not spooked or anything, but this will get us to the edge of where we need to go as soon as possible. And this giant tortoise comes up. The shells are not rounded like most like regular turtles,
Mm-hmm.
but they're kind of like, they look like stacked rocks almost. And they're covered in a really soft moss. The turtles themselves have this kind of grayish tone to their skin, and they have bright blue eyes. They almost look white, and they have kind of a pointed beak where their mouth is. And Caden kind of pets the neck of the one that's eating, and Arlo instantly jumps on the rock, and the shells can hold easily up to 6 or 7 people.
I follow the child.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was holding his hand, I imagine, so I followed him anyway.
Oh yeah, he pulled you on. There was no choice in that matter.
I would like to think during our walk we played I Spy. Now that I'm thinking about it.
So, playing I Spy with Arlo was a little difficult because he knows the names of the plants,
Yes.
and he knows the names of the creatures and anything that's on this planet.
Uh-huh.
So, while he would guess what you were spying,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what he was spying, he was very particular,
Uh-huh.
and you had to learn the names of some of
Uh-huh.
the plants to
I'm down
guess.
with
So
that.
you didn't
That's
do
fine.
very well for the first few rounds, but you did learn a couple new words from this island, and I will send those to you later.
Sounds good.
You can add them to your vocabulary.
I spy with my little eyes something with a nice ass.
Nora!
It's Caden.
Well, it's more botches.
Is it my bubble butt? Oh, thank you. Oh, you forgiving me for the weed thing?
I splash him with water.
You guys get on this giant turtle known as the Okada, and Caden kind of grabs a large stick from shore, and just to kind of guide where he needs it to go. Every now and then you see him toss a little bit of food out in front of it if it starts to lose interest in what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to do for me,
same.
too.
Just throw food at me, and
Lance, I need to buy a stick and some string.
Some spicy shrimps. Oh, yeah.
Some Chinese food.
So that's how Daythorn realized to keep Nora from splitting the party. She just has some food and
some booze.
This way. Come on, kids. Oh, Lord. I realized that would probably work with all of the characters. So the ride is pretty peaceful as you guys are in the middle of this giant river. It's a little terrifying because you can see everything that's around you in this water. The water is super, crystal clear. There's no pollution in this water whatsoever. Go ahead and make another perception check.
24.
13 for DT.
4! Nora doesn't see shit.
Nora, you're just trying not to get, nauseous from the water.
She's looking at my butt.
I have never gotten motion sickness while Botchus is driving, but a fucking turtle?
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
So Botchus and Daythorn, as you guys are looking over the edge through this crystal clear water, you can see a wide array of fish that are beyond normal. The fish that you were used to actually look like fish. These fish are swimming. Some are 12 feet long and just spindly but brightly colored. Some have spikes growing out of their fins and their heads. There's a bunch of, you see some of these baby Okada swimming underneath the water, and their shells are actually not as flat as the one you're riding. They're more rounded. You see fish that are swimming in schools, and as the Okada kind of passes over, they kind of flash these bright lights and then scatter.
Thank God I don't see this.
Nora, you just see your reflection and the barf that you throw up. You're fine. And the sun is starting to set over the trees. You can see that it's starting to disappear, and along the banks you see other creatures, some that you have seen, some kaikris that don't really pay you much mind, that are becoming a little bit more active in the nighttime. You see the deers that you first encountered. You see some other creatures that are kind of run back into the forest as you approach. They kind of look like large red foxes. And as the moons are starting to rise, as the sun dips down beneath these giant trees, you guys see thousands of fireflies. They start to rise from the water and the ground, and it's almost like a curtain as they float up into the air in these balls of light as you guys slowly drift down the river.
Oh, that's super pretty.
You guys have been traveling for about 30 to 40 minutes now, and Caden starts to shift the Okada towards the side. Almost like, not quickly, but he does it with purpose. And I want you guys to make another perception check.
That's a 19.
8.
11.
Hey, Nora got in the double digits. So, Botchus, you're the only one that doesn't quite notice yet. I think you're more enthralled with your Firefly friends. But the other two, you two notice that up ahead of you, it seems like, and kind of where you're at now, the water is starting to be less clear. You see these kind of blackish rocks at the bottom, and you see kind of a sheen to the water as if oil or something was spilled on it. And as you get closer to land, you start to notice that the forest around you is not the bright, vibrant reds and purples and greens that the rest of the forest was at. It looks darker. The trees and the leaves and the moss, they are turning this grayish, blackish brown. And Caden pulls off to the side and says, I can't rightfully take the Okada any further past here. We will have to go on foot from here, but it would be best if we made camp for the night.
What's happened with the woods?
Yeah.
This is what we meant by Zixtus is not doing well.
Oh.
Whatever is happening to him is happening to his forest as well, and it's dying. It's only going to get worse further in, and...
Well, we'll fix it.
We'll
Yep.
try.
Nope, we'll fix it, Botchus.
I was going to say, you sound so certain, but I kind of believe his answer
We
more.
will try and we will succeed. You know? I mean, we've done this
We
before.
will
Many times.
fix it. We've fixed gods before.
Many times.
Twice. Twice.
2 times. 2 times.
DT.
More than other people have.
Yeah.
Very true.
Alright, let's make camp. While we're making camp plans, I'm gonna, try and just, clean myself up a little bit on the water.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
The cleaner side of water.
Cleaner side of the water. You go 1 centimeter too far over and you're just smearing mud on yourself, Hunter. I'm joking. I'm so glad we're so many states away from each other. I can feel that slap so hard.
I can see it.
Yeah, so you managed to clean up and get some of the mud off and get the
Get some of it out of my
Grick
hair.
goo.
Oh, I forgot about the Grick goo.
How do you forget about the grit goo? You fell face
For
first
being
into it
so
and
dirty,
slid
we
down the
fucking
path.
cleaned up. We did good. Fought a Grick.
You're
Fought a god.
I'm just trying to get it all off my flesh.
You know what? I'm gonna wait until we get back so I can just watch it all. Watch it all come off.
That's true, they got those hot baths.
Yeah.
I can't.
As it was that point, they all decided that they're not going to share the bath that time. They're just going to...
Babe, just
So
let it
Nora
dry. It's like a second skin. It's like armor.
I can't, Botchus. I can't do it. I need to be clean.
I'm gonna go up to Botches and be like, "Want a rock, paper, scissors?" And see who's gonna be dirty.
I'm just gonna stay a dirty, dirty boy.
Yeah, you're all pretty filthy at this point. Between going through the swamps, the forest,
The great.
the caves, the Grick goo, the Grick blood. I mean, Botchus is really bad because he took all of those, prongs
Viscera.
out of the Grix. And
Yeah.
he's just covered in something or other.
How's my hair look?
Stiff.
Like hair.
He says that, and she goes back in and, like, trying to get it out.
He takes a handful of water and kind of dumps it over her head. I'ma help. Don't give me
I don't
that.
trust you! You knocked me into the fucking
It
mud!
was an accident.
It wasn't an accident! You did it on...
Girlfriends are supposed to forgive their boyfriends.
I'm gonna...
Not until
Oh, they're using the B and G's
I
words.
have a proper bath.
Daythorn is gonna help with the camp, I guess, and hang out with Arlo while they do that.
Yeah, I give up. I'll go pet the turtles.
His bot just spends the rest of his rations to just pet turtles this time.
Yep. They ain't snapping turtles like my girlfriend. Fucking.
Oh.
That was in the mind. I didn't say that.
I will end you.
It was in his head, so you don't know. You don't know. I don't know.
This cat has to roll a new character.
I love you. You could probably take me out with a
Nora.
well-placed spell right now. Please don't.
I have Eldritch Blast.
Placed. No.
Okay, so Nora, you're cleaning up. Botches, you're trying to help her, and then you just go feed turtles. Daythorn, you are helping Caden and Arlo set up camp. He has found kind of a little clearing by the river and has started a fire, and he's listening to Nora and Botches kind of argue, and it's like, there are some hot springs not too far from here if they want to go bathe.
Don't say anything. We have to get in and out real fast.
Right.
We'll have the bath when we get back. That will already take at least 3 days when we get back.
That's true. We can take the Okada back up the river, and it might save us at least a couple hours. It's faster than walking, that's for sure.
That would be nice.
So, you three are what? Your ship is not a fighter ship, but you have rehabilitated, removed, recaptured gods. What exactly is your title?
We don't have one.
From the river, I go, Princess!
Okay, well, she knows her title.
I mean, if you want my school in, it'd be like Dr. Daythorn, but I don't really
You're
use
a
that.
doctor?
I've got my doctorate, not like a fix 'em up, patch 'em wounds up doctor kind
That's
of.
still
More
Doctor.
secrets, I see how it is.
Dr. DT.
And please don't. We've gone so long without y'all having to call me that.
You're an old woman, you have a doctorate, like, what
Several,
else?
actually,
What?
But that's fine.
That's what happens when people got money. Oh, wait, you're a person. What'd you do with your money, Nora?
I'm only 19.
He's captain. If you want our actual titles, he's captain.
So the ship is yours then.
That's right.
Oh.
Barely.
It's mine. It was my parents before me, so yeah.
Oh, tell us about your parents, Botches.
What do you want to know?
Well, were they pirates like you? Were they as bad a driver as you are?
I'm a good driver, and I learned from the best.
Who Who'd you learn from?
My dad.
Who is?
Reese.
Okay. Where's Reese? I'm getting this backstory. I have fucking decided.
I don't know where he is. They disappeared. I told you, I'm not... You know this.
I'm trying to get more information, Botchus. I have to make a good impression on your parents when we finally find them.
There's not gonna be...
You're hot. You've made an impression.
Yeah, there's no problem with that, I'm sure.
Not with Reese. You're fine with Reese.
Yeah, Ezra's a little more tight-handed, but Reese is... He's gonna go back to scritching the turtle underneath its chin.
Botch, just go ahead and make a dex save.
What?
They're about to have a new hand.
I'm gonna become more Robo.
Watch that foot.
Solid 10.
You take 9 points of damage and you're dead.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh my god.
The turtle is enjoying the chin scritches way too much and gets like right up on you, and the shell just kind of hits you in the kneecaps as it moves, and you don't go down hard, but you do go in the water in your butt.
Story of my life.
I laugh. I laugh hard as I am out of the river walking back toward camp.
You're just like a big puppy, you too. You
The
Danger pet.
Akata lets out this kind of like
Is it really loud?
Really
Oh
loud.
god.
It's really loud and really terrifying.
His tail poofs a little bit, but then he's like, oh, this is a good noise, okay.
So you guys stop for the night. Who wants to take? Does anybody want to take? You want to take first watch, Nora?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okie dokie. Go ahead. And does anybody want to do anything else before they go night night?
I'll be cuddling this egg. And probably Arlo.
Yes.
I just kind of imagined he'd end up there, so I was like, that's fine. That'll be fine.
You're warm. Oh no.
Like a moth to the flame. I'm sorry.
You know, I tried not to make
I
that
expect
joke.
You know
but-
you would laugh, Lance. Come on.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to do before?
I'm
Heading off to
writing in my journal.
Oh.
Yes. Just
What?
Just
You gonna share with the class?
We're asleep.
No, everybody knows I have a journal. Well, the cast knows. I don't know if the crew, like in game, knows that Nora has a journal. But
Is there
Nora
anything
has a journal.
important that you're writing in that I can make them take their headphones off?
No, it's mainly about what I saw in the mountains, which I don't think they heard because I think you had them remove headphones for that. And just like the journey so far on this weird ass planet.
Okay. So, Nora, go ahead. Everybody is kind of settled down. Arlo is nestled with the egg and Daythorn. Caden tried to convince you to let him just take full watch, but he was so tired that he didn't argue too much.
Yeah.
Because what you three don't know is he took Arlo 3/4 of the way back before Arlo just started, like, throwing a big tantrum. And that's why he was so defeated. He just let him come back as long as he promised to stay by his side and not go running off. And then they trekked all the way back there. So that's why he looked a little defeated and a little tired.
Poor buddy.
Babysitting's rough. So go ahead and make me that perception check.
18.
Where are you kind of positioning yourself to keep watch?
I'm positioning myself so that I can to have the most advantage of my surroundings. I don't exactly know where that would be, but I'm making sure that I also look like towards the river to make sure nothing's coming from that direction, like vigilant watch.
So yeah, you stay up and you're keeping watch. Nothing really eventful happens. You do hear like some splashes in the water, but they're further upstream. They're not near you guys, and you can assume that it's probably fish. Sounds like fish jumping.
Okay.
And you hear Botchus snoring.
Can I be on her lap? Can I lay on your lap?
Like your head is in my lap?
You can write on my face, I don't care. Like,
no, yeah, I think that's fine. I think Nora's just like, as she's looking around, like running her fingers through your hair.
Oh, that
feels good.
So
he's snoring. It's disgusting and cute.
It's one of those things that, like, he'll start off with a soft snort and then he'll stop snoring. And then you're kind of keeping watch, and then all of a sudden he just goes into this, like, bear snore. I'm sorry, Botchus. And your watch passes without much of a hitch, besides knowing that your boyfriend snores like a grizzly bear.
He's gonna have to take that sleep apnea test.
Is he dead? Nope, just terrifying.
Who wants to take second watch?
I think it's whoever Nora
I'll
wants.
do it.
Nora, who are you waking up next?
I'm pretty sure it's Botchus. He's on my lap.
He just starts snoring so loud that you have to, like... He's gonna wake up the rest of the camp.
I'm like, buddy. I, like, lean down and kiss him. Wake up.
Oh, that's nice. Awesome.
It's my turn. It's my turn to sleep. You get to watch. No.
Okay.
Botchus.
Okay. Okay.
And we switch, and I'm sleeping in his lap.
Botchus, go ahead and make me that perception check.
I'm gonna change dice, because mine's been a butthole.
If you roll a nat one, I'm gonna be so pissed.
No, that's a 16.
Okay, good.
I was gonna say, no, that's a 2.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Okay, so Botchus, you're sitting in this area that Nora was sitting in. Your back is kind of to one of these big trees, and you hear the sound of nature. It's really different than the wastes. It's kind of peaceful. There's some noises that you've never heard before, and it kind of freaks you out just a little bit, because the back of your mind, you sit there and you start to think, what the F was that?
Not used to peaceful noises.
But it's definitely soothing. You can hear the water, you can hear the sound of everything kind of just being mellow. And nothing... You hear kind of off in the distance a really familiar screech, and it's that of a kaikri, but at this point it's not close enough that you would have to worry. So, who would you like to wake up for the third watch?
I think I'll go for DT. Caden looks pretty dead. He's got a rough babysitting job. So I'm gonna go, I don't know, are we within reaching distance?
Probably not within reaching
Oh,
distance. So you have a decision to make.
Okay, I'm gonna try real hard not to wake the princess up, but I'm gonna, like, lean as close as I can to Daythorn and kind of be like, psst, psst. DT.
With that passive, I think she'll wake up. Yeah, it's my turn.
You good?
Okay. Yeah, I'll be fine. I wiggle my way out from Arlo, but I take the egg with me anyway.
Arlo kind of whimpers because all of a sudden all of his warmth is gone. And he kind of, like, inchworms his way over to Caden, like, still asleep. So, Daythorn, go ahead and make me that perception check.
Pry awful. That's a 14. And she wouldn't do what Nora did and, like, sit in the one spot. She'd be, like, moving around the camp, like the outskirts.
You're kind of, okay. I want you to go ahead and make me an investigation, too.
Oh, okay. I'm better at those. 22?
So, Daythorn, you're up and you're moving and you're keeping your ears out, you're keeping your eyes open. It's getting to kind of early morning-ish. It's still pretty late. It's still dark.
Mm-hmm.
You do see some of the fireflies still kind of buzzing around the camp. The fire's gone down quite a bit, but it's still providing a little light for you guys. Mm-hmm. And as you're kind of walking around the camp, you see the area heading back to where you came with its kind of lusher green and purples and reds. And as you kind of circle around, you start to see on the trees and the branches where things are slowly starting to fade. Like the color is starting to fade, is starting to turn this brownish black and gray. And you can almost, if you stood there and stared at one of the branches, you could see this blackness starting to slowly spread up the branches. It's really slow and it's really small amount, but you can visibly see this curse or this, like, death slowly taking over these plants.
Are we anywhere close to where it is? Like,
you guys have
on the far end of our camp, or? Yeah,
you guys are more on the green side, but you guys stopped to make camp right on that line of the corrupted forest versus where you were at. And as you are kind of watching this corrosion take over these plants and keeping your eyes open, I want you to go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. That's a 19.
You can sense from not far away from you guys, but deep in the corroded forest, you sense a presence. And it's something that you have felt before. It's a Arcana, like it's a magic that you had felt once before in the ice caves of Avalon. We want to thank everyone for listening to this week's episode.
If you like what we do, you can rate and review.
And join our Patreon to get access to early episodes and other neat extras.
You can catch our space story every other Wednesday on your pod listener of choice.
Want to experience more of our craziness outside of the podcast?
You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, or join our Discord.
Links are in the description below.
Until next time, space travelers, be safe, charge your AIs, and send a postcard.
Bye!